I arrived in the depths at around noon. I exited the elevator and looked around. The wind caressing my skin was humid. I have to get used to the humidity. I began to walk away from the station.
There you are.
Oh, thank God they sent you. Whew. Alright, things are already starting off better for me than they did for Finn. Phew. If I remember correctly...
I am Inez Heinrich Heine, the Hound's second in command. I will be your superior. I look forward to working with you, Cyrus.
I see. I look forward to working with you, Sir Inez. At least Sir Saxon didn't come here to meet me. Right? Why didn't he? Did he lose at an arm wrestling competition to Inez? I would have to meet the commander, Sir Saxon, eventually. I'd fought him before, so I wanted to avoid him as much as possible. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Seeing each other is going to remind us of that. I had to serve well if I wanted to return to the Heights. Stirring up trouble was not going to bring me any closer to that goal. I have to get my act together, I told myself, and looked directly at Sir Inez. Thank you for your guidance and wisdom. Sir Inez seemed surprised by the formality and merely groaned in acknowledgement.
Ordinarily, you would be shown the barracks where you can deposit your belongings, but you don't seem to carry any.
No, I only need my sword. I'm given to understand that all my requirements will be taken care of, so I've brought nothing else.
I see. Then we will omit the barracks, and I will show you around the Sanctuary District.
Show me around? That won't be necessary. I went here on an observation mission before. It hasn't been that long, and I remember it well.
Don't talk back at me, Greenhorn. I'm giving you an order. That's what Socks would say, I wager. You're part of the Hounds now. I advise against saying the first thing that pops into your head. Restrain your rebellious urges, or you will get yourself into trouble.
I understand. I'll keep that in mind.
Obviously, the depths are less sophisticated than the heights. However, the part of the Sanctuary District you were shown was comparatively orderly. You are the district's hound now. You will see the darker, dirtier areas as well. Prepare yourself.
All right.
Let's go then.
All right. Well, thanks for the warning. I do need it. Sir Inez led me around the Sanctuary District again. We turned off from the main road and onto the side and back streets. The stench was a mixture of blood, grime, and ash. We were mere steps away from the main road, and yet it was already a completely different environment. According to Sir Inez, the area was infamous for its frequent homicides. We had homicides in the Heights as well. If they're infamous for their frequency here, then... Every step I took seemed to take me deeper into a different world. We went to the headquarters of the Hounds when we were done. I was worried we were going to run into Rylith and Merlot's bodies again while we were looking around. Heh. At long last. Inside, I knew they would give me my Hound's uniform. I would no longer be the police officer I was when I changed into it. I had to accept it. I wasn't at my final destination. That had to lie somewhere else. I have to go back to the Heights.
Finally, you're here. Took you long enough, Rank 1 officer.
Hi. Sir Saxon.
Oh, sorry. You lost that job, I think. No doubt you went back to your fancy life while we were struggling down here.
It is him. Saxon Brandenburg. I really did not like that man.
Now that you're here, know that my orders are absolute. I won't tolerate dissent. You're going to move across the game board and die in the gutters when I tell you to.
I've been assigned to the Hounds. Our job is protecting the livelihood of the people in the Sanctuary District and defending it from outside threats. Sir Saxon, I will follow you as commander as much as possible. However, if your commands violate the basic function of the Hounds, I will refuse.
What did you just...
If you want me to move, give the right commands. Commander. Ooh, girl's spicy.
You insolent! Stop it, Socks. What do you get from killing her? We lost another man last week. You're the first one in trouble if we run low on strength. Get that bitch out of my sight, Inez. Roger. Come on, let's go.
Inez isn't always going to be around to save your butt, Cyrus. Hope you realize this.
What are you doing? I told you not to refuse his orders.
I'm sorry, Sir Inez. It was the truth. I felt I had to mention it as early as possible. Whether I serve with the Hounds or not, I serve the people. Even if they're criminals, I want to treat them fairly.
You didn't want to provoke Socks, then?
No. But I was irritated by what he told me. I made him angry as well. I'll try to refrain from doing it again in the future.
Good. Try not to rile him up.
I will. Sir Inez, I do have one question. You said you lost a man. Is there strife within the Hounds?
No. He was killed by the convicts. Not everyone they send down to us has a peaceful disposition. They will target you even more since you're a woman. Always be on your guard.
I will. Why would they want to kill us? In the Heights, my sword had served the people. I'd never used it in self-defense, only in training. Now I might have to. Everything is different here. I felt more than ever that I had to return alive.
This is your room.
I mean, it's clean. I didn't even read the first line, and her first thought is, it's surprisingly clean. Me and Cyrus shared the same brain cell for a second. I'm just like, I mean, it's not fancy, but it's not gross. It's not a cell like I was expecting. Why did they do that to Finn? Why am I getting special treatment? I have questions. My room was surprisingly clean. It was austere, yes, but far cleaner than the appearance of the Sanctuary District would give hope for. Right?
I know you are aristocracy, and this change of lifestyle must come as a shock to you, but you will have to manage.
Thank you for your concern, Sir Inez. Don't worry, though. I wouldn't have become a police officer if I could only live in a world of plenty. This room is better than the temple restrooms. At least I have my own room here.
Yes. We used to all sleep in the same room there.
When Sir Inez said this, I remembered what Sir Cordoa had told me. Police officers who lose their job are assigned to the Hounds. Clearly, Sir Inez had been a police officer as well in the past. I'm not surprised. I think he makes for a good servant of justice. I can't imagine what kind of police officer Sir Saxon was, though.
I know it's sudden, but your work will start tomorrow. I want you to go on patrol for a while.
All right. Who's going to be my partner? Serena shook his head.
We normally patrol alone. We don't have the numbers to go out in pairs like we did in the Heights. Take the whistle in the drawer there and use it when there's trouble. We will come to you.
Very well. Thank you for your kindness.
I'm not being kind. I do this for every new colleague. Good luck.
Sir Inez is a good man. I like him. I do too. Sword? It only made Sir Saxon's ill disposition more apparent. He's my superior, but still, I can't tolerate abuse of the citizens. I won't bow to Sir Saxon. I will live life my own way. Even if I must die for it. Ah, look at our girl in her outfit! Ah! The warder route. I'm trying to think, like, does Saxon think that Cyrus is strong, and so he doesn't have to make her quote-unquote strong like he did with Finn? Or does he not think he can break? I don't know, I'm trying to figure out why the difference. It feels so... I turned around and looked at myself in a hand mirror. Weird. I was wearing a hound's uniform for the first time, and killing it, girl. It was a well-made uniform, but I couldn't get used to it. I felt like I had had no choice in the wearing of it. I mean, you don't. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I seemed to see a different person. I should have brought a brush at least. Girl. I used my fingers to comb my hair and put the hand mirror down on the bed. That looks passable. I'll have to do my best for the hounds. Oh boy, first day. I went to the ready room shared by all the hounds members. It doubled as a mess hall, and I wanted to eat breakfast. I see. There was a fixed menu. Food that was being handed out at a counter, it seemed. Very efficient, I thought, and lined up behind some of the men. Their eyes. I could feel them looking at me. Many of them. Perhaps they were looking at me because I was new. Or maybe they're looking at me because I'm a woman. That's what I was wondering. I looked around the room. The others were all men. Everyone I had seen the day before had been men as well. It's always been like this for me in the police. The temple preached the equality of the sexes, but in practice, almost all the physically demanding jobs were occupied by men. It's not against the rules to join, though. Like I was going to duck just because I was a woman. Ha! Not this girl. After I got my food, I looked for a table to sit at. Most of the seats were occupied. There was only a lone empty chair near the corner. I walked over.
New one, what are you doing?
That voice. New one? I'm surprised you, sit and eat here, not, in your own special office or something. I turned around and saw Sir Saxon. Apparently, not only the people in the district were afraid of him. The entire room was quiet. I was going to eat. Breakfast.
We have limited seats. There are no seats for the new ones. Know your place.
What a ridiculous... Apologies, but I don't believe there is a place to eat it standing. I know that you don't like me, but harassing me about all these little things is injurious to your own dignity. Damn! If you want to lead people, you should do so by example. Damn! Girls cruising for a bruising, if you know what I mean. Woohoo!
You stupid!
Sir Saxon glared at me, and his right hand moved at astonishing speed. It hit the plate of food I was carrying and sent it flying through the air. Oh, that was wet. What?
You're clumsy, new one. We have such limited food, and you're wasting it.
Be calm. Don't be angry. I would gain nothing from arguing with him even more. I will be more careful in the future.
Good. You must be hungry. I hope you like the bread here.
Sir Saxon grinned and poked the bread lying on the floor with his boot. I was hungry. However, I can't eat off the floor. I clenched my fist and looked back at him. I'm fine. I'll be going on patrol now.
I don't like her. What the hell are you all looking at? Eat and get back to work!
I think she won that round, though. Is it bad that I still wish there was a socks inert? That angry boy. What a terrible man that Soxen Brandenburg is. I'd never met such a terrible person before. Sankabold Ark and others had harassed me when I'd wanted to become a police officer, but that had been innocent compared to what Sir Soxen was doing. Why was he the commander? I couldn't see how he was pulling the unit together. Fear, girl. Rule through fear. I don't understand the hounds. They're so strange. I'm hungry. I tried to ignore the hunger and to focus on my patrol. But the more my thoughts drifted, the more I was reminded of my empty stomach. It's not noon yet. If I go back, I won't get any food. And I'm not going to bow to Sir Soxen and beg for food. Absolutely not.
You don't look too well.
I know who this is. Hi again. Serena's.
I've heard from my men about what happened in the ready room. Looks like you got your hazing from Sox already.
Sir Soxen does this to everyone?
Yes. Almost every new recruit goes through this. I don't like it, but I understand it has some benefits.
It does?
Remember what I told you. The hounds are not well liked in the Sanctuary District. The people sometimes attack us to steal our clothes, our belongings, everything. Sox has a duty as commander to make sure the hounds survive. He can't be naive or soft. Sometimes he has to treat others like they aren't people. That's why he's like that. That's why he treats everyone so badly and why he keeps his distance. Whether or not it's the right thing to do is hard to judge.
To make sure the hounds survive. I didn't think about that. I just thought he had a terrible personality. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I only realized this after serving with him for years. Also...
Serena stopped talking and looked at the ground. What is it?
Nothing. Never mind. Have some food. Here.
Serena's pulled out some dried bread out of a pouch.
You didn't eat anything, right? You must be quite hungry.
No. I can't take this. I will manage.
Not many people who are managing massage their stomach as they walk. I need you in decent shape. That's an order. Eat it. All right?
All right. Thank you, Serena's.
Think about what you were doing while you eat. The hounds draw their attention just by existing. If you look weak to them, they will target you. Try not to make it easier for them.
Okay. Thank you. See, I think this way of preparing you for the Sanctuary District is better than the hazing. He's just like, look, there's crap that goes on down here. Do this and don't do this. I think, like, just be straightforward about it instead of, like, I'll treat you as badly as everyone else here, so you're just on edge all the time. That'll help. After Serena's and I parted ways again, I walked towards a corner and ate the dried bread. I had water inside my water pouch, so I drank about half of it, and sighed. Serena's helped me so much since I came here. I need to thank him properly one day. And I have to make sure Sir Soxen won't disturb me when I eat. Remembering that sending us out starved was dangerous, I expected him to understand. Rather, I hoped he would understand. Let's get back to patrolling. I closed my water pouch again and looked around. The streets around me looked just as they had when I had come on my observation mission, but... Serena's is right. They don't like us here. Their eyes on me were cold and biting. That said, they did not dare to throw a stone at me or show open hostility. They just wanted me gone. I'm not going to run away. I had to make it back alive. I had to survive, return to the heights, and find out what had really happened. I wasn't going to run away. Absolutely not. Whatever I had to do, I was going to make it through. Surprised there's not more curiosity about a female hound. Halfway along the main road lay the market. It was the busiest part of the sanctuary district by a fair margin. I looked around the stores, warily eyeing the others around me. The faded vegetables and naughty creepers of dubious edibility were a far cry from what I knew from the heights. Still, I was impressed by the sense of pride and perseverance that seemed to infuse the market. They seemed to use money, but also a lot of bartering. The money used was different from the money we had in the heights. Did the temple mint this, I wonder? Or is this indigenous to the depths?
Hey there, sweetie. Care to look at my wares?
Are you talking to me?
Of course. You, come here.
I warily approached the muscular storekeeper.
Do you like fancy accessories? This necklace is the best piece I have.
No, I don't have any money with me.
Ah, I see. Well, come back again.
Right. Aren't you afraid of me?
Afraid? Why?
I'm part of the hounds. I don't believe you and the others in the sanctuary district like us.
Ha ha! Oh, I'm not afraid of you. I don't really hate the other hounds either. I mean, it's not easy down here, but I'm sure that goes for you too.
I see. I'm surprised. I thought everyone here hated us.
It depends on who it is we're talking about. The tall and crazy one with the black clothes, well, I really don't like him.
The tall and crazy one with the black clothes. Doesn't even have a name. That tall crazy one with the black outfit. And the storm cloud above his head. Black clothes. Must be Sir Soxon.
I've got another customer. Sorry, sweetie.
Wow. I didn't think they would start talking to me. I'd also learned that not everyone hated the hounds. The realization warmed my heart. I sensed someone's gaze on me and turned around. Everyone in the market seemed to be looking at me. It wasn't any of them I was sensing, though. Am I imagining this? Perhaps I'm becoming neurotic. Isn't that... Oh, look at his outfit! Oh, I just realized it's like the male version of her warden, not her warden, her prisoner outfit. Cool. That is really neat. I have feelings about seeing him in her outfit. I looked through the crowd at a face I thought I remembered. Where's your hat? You need a hat. It was Finn Euclase, my old partner. That build, those features. It has to be him. Finn! Zoom. When I called out to him, he walked away against the flow of the crowd. Interesting. He was running away. Why? Had it been someone else? No. It had been him, for sure. I have to talk to him! He ran away. He's not here. Did I take a wrong turn? The street didn't branch. Maybe there was a secret path. I looked around, confused. Finn! Where are you? There was no response. Only the echoes of my own voice came back to me. Maybe it was just a look-alike. But then why had the man run away? Had he done something the hounds wouldn't like? I heard footsteps and spun around. Finn! A rather violent-looking man approached. Not just one, two. No, there's another behind me as well. When I sensed the man behind me, my hand closed around the grip of my sword.
Hey there! What you doing here? Lost your way? Didn't know they had a hounds girl. You new here?
That's none of your business.
Except it is. This is our turf. You can't just waltz in. We're not devils. We might let a little girl go, if she's not from the hounds,
said the man behind me, brandishing an iron pipe. The other men also pulled out knives.
If you don't want to get hurt, give us everything you've got there. Your clothes, too.
The men laughed obscenely. To have this happen on the very first day. I ground my teeth, realizing Serena's had been right, and drew my sword from its sheath. This is a real sword. It'll hurt if it cuts you. If you're ready for that, come face me.
Nah!
The man behind me attacked first. I blocked the pipe with my sword.
Die!
One of the others attacked me with his knife thereafter. I pushed the man with the pipe aside and spun away from the knife. There! Seeing an opportunity, I swiftly brought the sword around.
Nah!
The blade rent the man's flesh, opening up a gaping wound. I told you this sword is real. Leave now if you don't want to get hurt.
I thought you were easy pickings because you're a woman, but you're still hound's material.
The man spat on the ground and returned the knife to its sheath. Then, he pulled a sword from the crack in the walls between the houses. It's a neat trick. That's a temple-issue sword! There was no sheath, and the blade was dented. Still, it was unmistakably the very kind of sword issued to new police officers. Why do you have that?
I got it from the hounds.
You got it?
Yeah. Well, plundered it, I guess. Ha 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 ha! The guy was trying to fight us at first, just like you. At the end, he was begging us for mercy, even while we could smell the shit in his pants. We still killed him, of course. Ha 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 ha! You can see that this sword's gone to shit. Used it too much, and I don't know how to fix the thing. Your sword looks nice, and I want to have it. Give it to me, and we're gonna let you live.
I refuse. I won't bow to threats. Besides, I'm a good fighter, and this sword is wasted on the likes of you.
Ha ha! Aren't you a feisty one? I'll make you cry!
I ground my teeth when his first blow struck my guard.
Let's have some fun together.
What? Something glinted in the corner of my eyes, and I barely dodged it.
You're wide open!
He struck at my flank, but I managed to block him. Unable to contain the force of the blow, I was thrown against the wall. The impact was fierce, and I couldn't breathe.
Ha ha! We've won!
With heaving shoulders, I straightened my posture. I have to calm down. I have to calm down. Two of them were left. They were unskilled fighters. Think. There had to be a way to win. To survive.
Gah!
There was a sharp sound and a loud scream. Blood exploded out of the man's mouth and spattered across the ground. The man dropped down, a knife buried in his back. What just... Oh. No. What? Damn, well, that's an entrance. Sure. It has only been like a few days, right? What happened since I last saw you? Finn. I wasn't mistaken. It was him. Finn Euclase was standing in front of me. Finn took the sword from the man's hand and kicked at the knife in his body. Ah! What the fuck are you doing?
I'd like to know what you're doing, too.
Finn was still slouching over when the man attacked him with his knife. Finn swiftly switched the sword to his left arm and swatted the man aside.
Let's do this, then. Not that you have a chance.
Finn rose to face the man. The hostility he was emanating took my breath away. Is that really Finn? The Finn I had known was kind, quiet, and meek. He would never have looked at someone like that. A shadow stirred behind Finn. I ran over to his side. Careful! In the nick of time, I blocked the blow meant for his back. The knife tumbled through the air and rolled across the ground.
Hey, we're leaving!
The men, having lost their will to fight, scattered in all directions. I sheathed my sword, not knowing whom to pursue. When I had caught my breath, I turned around to see my savior. Ah, yes. It unmistakably was Finn. Wow! That is a great option. I love that. I'd imagine that's probably the middle option. I think the thing that he'll appreciate the most is that we missed him, even though it's only been a few days. Yay! I do love... Wow! Yay! Finn, I missed you.
Me?
Yeah. I liked having you as my partner. I was worried for you.
Right, for your partner.
I didn't think we'd reunite in this fashion, but I'm glad we did, Finn. And thank you for rescuing me. I was in trouble there.
Are you injured? Does your stomach hurt?
My stomach? Oh. I probed my stomach using my fingers. Should be fine. My back doesn't hurt much either.
That's good. Well then.
Huh? Hey, wait! Wait, Finn!
What is it?
Why are you acting like that? We finally found each other again. Why are you being so distant?
Just think about how we parted ways. How do you expect me to talk to you normally? I'm a wreck. I never wanted you to see me like this.
A wreck? I don't see a wreck. I see someone making a valiant effort to survive. You're still you, Finn. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Please let me talk to you.
You're a very cruel person, you know.
Cruel? I wanted to ask him what he meant, but... We heard numerous footsteps approaching. They must be coming because of the fight we had. Either they were from the hounds or friends of the men. If it was the hounds, they would suspect Finn of involvement. If it was friends of the men, we would have to fight for our lives. I have no choice then. Finn, you need to get out of here.
But...
I'll deal with them. Trust me. I'll buy you enough time to escape.
Cyrus, there's no way I can leave you behind. Follow me.
But...
Just come with me!
Okay.